Déjame una vez, te perdono. Déjame otra vez, no te conozco.
So all the dishes that we will have are like our Forte favorites, like the specialties that we have, and then we're going to focus in on doing more specials daily or weekly and events and things like that to help people like be able to experience other different types of dishes.
Very cool. So you're planning on maybe hosting different events in the store itself? Yeah, very cool.
So when because we've been doing the cooking classes and then we've been doing another I call it an event, but it's basically like I tried to make it as if you can come like in a happy hour here, but you're just doing the happy hour at your home or whatever. So we do Wine Wednesdays, which is you get a bottle of wine and a charcuterie and cheese board for $30. And then for Saturdays, we do Spanish Saturdays. So there's paella, sangria, like different tapas and stuff like that people can come pick up. So next week, we're going to start opening those up so you can either do that at home, take the items for takeaway, or have the option of making a reservation here and being able to enjoy it in the restaurant.
I love that versatility. I was kind of looking up like the whole setup that you guys have, and I think that's genius because it gives people, a lot of people have been going kind of stir crazy, and it gives them the option to cook at home and kind of be inspired and learn a new dish. But then if they want to get out, as things start opening up, that's exciting that they can actually come in there and do that.
Yes, exactly.
Tell me a little bit about the actual virtual cooking classes you've been doing, the interactive experiences. How long have you been doing that? Just quarantine, or is that something that had been going on for longer? Or
I've always wanted to do these classes and teach people different recipes and things like that. But it's there's never enough time. There's never enough time for anything. I'm just constantly on the hamster wheel. So when the quarantine started, I was sitting in this empty restaurant. I'm like, how are we going to be able to like keep connecting with people? Because it's not just about the food and like feeding people. It's also about the interaction. A lot of people come to Forte because they feel like it's a family place and they feel, comfortable and nice. And we treat them like they're guests coming into our homes, that sort of thing. So I didn't want to lose that. I didn't want 3 months to go by or however long and lose that interaction with the customers, because that's why I'm in this business too. And so I'm like, all right, I think now is the time. Maybe I'll start with the biscuit cake and see if people aren't really doing anything anyway. And I called my friend up, and she has this amazing platform where you used to be able to buy like limited selection of like event tickets. So you can buy a special for a restaurant, you go there and enjoy it on that particular day, and then that's it. So I asked her, can we do this, like the virtual experiences? She's like, sure, let's try it. And we started with 8 tickets, and then by the time the third, fourth classes, it was over 100 tickets that we were selling, and people were super excited, and other chefs started to get in on it as well. So I think Vegas is going to end up being the most, even on the home front, like culinary, diverse, educated, foodie sort of thing. And I joke around, when people come back to the restaurant, they'll know the dish is better than me or anybody else here.
I love it.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your background. What inspires you, and kind of like the creation of your menus? What are some of the inspiration that you derive from the dishes that you kind of feature and showcase and bring to your restaurant?
Yeah, so our menu is pretty diverse. We do a lot of Spanish cuisine, Russian, Ukrainian, Serbian, Bulgarian, but it's a lot of different dishes that I grew up on and that we cooked in the house and just from traveling and picking up things here and there. And I always like to say it's like respect to the traditions and things that I learned growing up, but kind of sometimes making a unique spin on it and keeping it modern. And I think we've been able to kind of play around a little bit more because our cuisine isn't just limited to one particular ethnicity or one particular type of thing. So we can play around a little bit more and be creative with it.
Absolutely. One of the things I love about Vegas is the diversity. I feel like it's just such a foodie town, obviously, and it's an incredible place to be able to get creative. And I think that restaurant goers, they really appreciate that, and they love that ingenuity. So it's been really exciting seeing. I'm excited to see restaurants open back up and try out new menus.
For Forte?
I haven't, but actually, you guys have been on my radar, so I want to come down. I would love to. I'd love to even film something and sit down with you. I mean, we can talk about that. Yeah, that would be really cool. A little about my background. This is my second time living in Vegas. I moved back last May, but the first time I moved here was in 2013 because my ex, we came from Connecticut, but he was a restaurant person and he was the GM for U Show. It was in the Monte Carlo, but yeah, so like we were together a decade, so I've seen the other side of the restaurant world, and I know that it is, you live and breathe it, so all encompassing. So I do appreciate you like sitting down with me and taking the time, but it's an exciting time. I can't wait to see all the restaurants open back up, and it's going to be really good. If people want to check out your virtual cooking classes, can you just give me your socials really quick? Or if it's easier.
Sure, yeah. So the Instagram and Facebook for Forte is at Forte Tapas. And then my personal one is at Nina Manchev.
Okay.
And then the YouTube channel is called Forte and Friends. So we've been doing the last ones all through YouTube, and it's just cooking with Nina. So it's just different depending on what the dish is. Cooking with Nina, this or that or the other. So.
Thank you so much again. I appreciate it, and I want to come down and check it out soon.
Yes, absolutely, and I'll let you know as soon as we get rolling too.
All right, Nina.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Likewise. Thanks.